So, welcome everyone. Let's start our today's session. Today is March 3, and you can see here my email. So, if you are an Oracle Ace and you want to share some best practices, some tips with our global community, feel free to talk with me, send a message to me, and we can coordinate. And pretty soon, you will be here with us, okay? Today we have Mirela Ardelean. I believe all of you already know her. She is in everywhere. And today we are going to talk about evaluating APEX with APEX-SERT. But before, I have some quick announcements and updates. So first of all, we invite you to access our newsletter we just published yesterday, and you will see very nice information over there. For example, Nucleus Research just recognized Oracle APEX as a leader in low-code application development based in EI and natively operating in Oracle EI database. We also have Sencora success story and Clarissa Maffan, Oracle Ace Pro, as highlighted in our session of this month. So there's a lot of content over there. So we invite you to access to be updated about everything that is going on with APEX. We also would like to invite you to access our recent blogs. One is about MCP with EI, help you modernize your forms applications. And we also have our Oracle's multi-cloud database strategy and how APEX allows you develop, migrate, and run your applications security with no code and using different cloud providers. Okay, so there's a lot of good content in our blog. So, and this session is being recorded and pretty soon will be available on our YouTube channel. And here, I'm inviting you to access our playlist to check a recent session. So there's great content delivered by our Oracle Aces. So the Aces are rock stars from many all regions. Okay, and then let's start our today's session with Mirela. Mirela is developer. She presents sessions in many regions and also in Latin America. Mirela came to Brazil some time ago. And we hope to have you here again, Mirela, pretty soon. Mirela is the first Oracle Ace in Romania, and she is the unique Oracle Ace director in Romania. So welcome, Mirela. Thanks for joining us and share your knowledge with our community. Please remember to share your questions by Q&A session. I believe Mirela is going to answer in the ending of the session, but feel free to send the questions by the Q&A session, and I talk to you in the ending of this session. Thanks, Mirela. Now it's with you.
Thank you, Karina. Thank you for the nice presentation. I feel you are too kind with us, with me, with everyone who is doing this session. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Mirela Ardelean, as Karina already mentioned. I am from Romania. Indeed, I'm the first Oracle in Romania. Right now are more than me, but all the Oracle Ace director from Romania, and I'm quite proud of this. But I'm not working right now in Romania. I'm working for a company in Austria, and I'm based in Vienna. I've been to Brazil once. I hope I will come back but I can't promise that I will be back this year. Hopefully next year will be other circumstances, and I can come and see your beautiful country and the engaging community there. If you have questions during my presentation, please put them in Q&A section. I will read and answer them at the end. I'm sorry, I'm not good at multitasking, so I can't do the presentation and follow the Q&A part of the Zoom. If we have been in a room, it would have been much easier, but with Zoom and it's a bit too much, and this is why I excuse myself and ask you to wait till the end. Put the question when you have the question, and I will follow them at the end. And with this, we can start. I already mentioned who am I. You have my contacts here, my LinkedIn profile. You can follow me on Twitter, X, sorry, not Twitter, or on Blue Sky. Feel free to reach out to me. I will answer to your request or question or what you have, or just say hello. It will be a pleasure to answer back. The ACE program. Now, if you are not familiar with the ACE program, I will very quickly tell you about it. It's the program that recognizes the contribution its member is giving back to the community. One important thing, members of the Oracle ACE program are not employed by Oracle company. They are employed by other companies, and they share their knowledge on Oracle technologies with the community. How do they share? Writing blog posts, doing presentation, with engagement with the community, different type of engagement. And as a recognition for their work and effort, ACE program gives them a dedicated title or honor, a diploma, a level, a name, and this is the ACE. There are 3 levels. Actually, right now there are 4. There is one preparation level that it's new, but for years there have been 3 levels, and depending on the level the benefits differs. If you like to share what you are doing at your job, if you like to write blog posts, if you like to be active, to volunteer with time on organizing meetups or conferences in your country, have a look at the ACE program, and I really encourage you to apply to become an ACE, because the benefits, you can't imagine how big they are. And I'm not talking about material benefits, I'm talking about professional development, about other type of fulfillment, but it's really a great program to be part of. Being an ACE, it's, as I said, means sharing the knowledge with the others, but it's not only sharing, it's also about being one step ahead of the other, getting what is really trendy at one moment, sharing what it is important at one moment. And right now, the application security, it's a top topic for every IT company or everything that it's involved with IT and software development. And why is this? Well, it's very important because no company can afford a data breach, and the security cannot be any more a background concern, cannot be any more something that is happening at the end of the project. It must be something that goes along with the development. It must be something that has been set up from the beginning. It's an architectural decision that every team or every team leader, every architect has to consider before they start developing the application. If the concern about application security is not put in place, does not exist from the beginning, then the expense of considering it too late, it's a very big expense, actually. I have seen this advertisement in an airport. Of course, it's one company advertising their product, but the message it's very clear and very true. No company can afford a security breach. Why? Well, a security breach will come first of all with the loss of trust from their customers. They might get financial penalties. They lose the reputation. It might come together with regulatory violation. So no company can afford this. And what is interesting is this: sometimes the security breach is not caused by a very sophisticated hacking action. Sometimes it's just a misconfiguration, or it's a missing checkbox. So it's enough a small vulnerability in one application to have the door open for attackers. I mentioned that Karina mentioned that I'm an APEX developer. So the talk today will focus around the developing of APEX application using, of course, APEX. APEX as a tool is described as a low-code tool, but the application that we are developing using APEX, there are no application with low risk. They are applications that manage real data, real business data, important data. They are exposed to the internet. The low code feature of capability of APEX gives us the possibility to deploy a very fast new version of application, and all this together, so real business data, important data, rapid development and rollout, exposed to the internet, these three makes the APEX application attractive for hackers, for attackers. The APEX team, it's concerned, of course, it's concerned about the security of the application, and from APEX 5, the main or one of the main goal was to give the possibility to have an application by default secured. So that means that if we are taking or generating an application using the APEX wizard, or generating a page with the APEX wizard, most of the time the result is almost 100% secure. Of course, the setting which secure authorization schema, it's missing, and small things, but by default, everything that comes out from APEX Builder, it's a secure and safe product. But the default settings that are already set in our application sometimes are not aligned with what the end user wants. Maybe they are not aligned with the feature, maybe they are not aligned with the layout, and then we as developers are coming with changing the code, removing some settings, and by doing these changes in the APEX application, we decrease the level of how secure our application it is. The role of the developer is to build secure application. This is by default. But if I would ask you, if you know if the application you are delivering, it's secure, can you tell me for sure, yes, it is secure, it's 100% secure, or no, it's not secure, or maybe it is secure? As long as you are not following some workflow or some process or some steps, you can't give me a straight answer. And the three questions that can help to build the correct answer to the question, are our applications secure, are the following three. We have to know how to check. in one APEX application, we have to know what to check, and we have to know when to check. If we are talking about what to check, well, there are vulnerabilities. We might, depending on our level of curiosity, seniority, background, experience, and so on, we might be familiar with different type of vulnerabilities. SQL injection, I assume everyone heard about it and is familiar with it. But if it's just an SQL query, then maybe it's easy to detect and to see. But think about SQL injection might happen if we are building a collection, if we are having function, if we are building dynamic SQL. Then cross-site scripting, reports or items in an APEX application might be might attract the cross-site scripting attack. Page items, if we are sending value from one page to another through items, these values have to change them in the URL, and by this to have access to a set of data that in another, in the normal flux way of the application would not have access to. Pages or buttons might be without proper security authorization. So these vulnerabilities, all of these and more than this, we have to check. I just put on this slide the most important or the most common vulnerabilities that every APEX application might have. When to check? Well, if we are thinking that checking the day before rollout is good enough, I'm going to tell you, no, it's much too late. We have to check the application before we are doing the rollout in the next upper environment. This is the test environment, that not to mention if it's a production, that it's no way, don't roll out any APEX application in production without doing a security check. So the best environment and best time to check an APEX application is during development, and that should be done in organic way. Should be repeatable, should be objective, and for this the question how to check might have two different answers. One, we can do manual security review, but checking every region, every item, every page, every dynamic SQL, everything manual, it's a source of error. We might miss things. We might not be objective. So in some cases we say, okay, this one will go as it is. In other cases we can say, no, it's too unsecure. So manual security review is not a good idea. Then we should have a tool that can make an automatic scanning. And exactly here comes the APEX-SERT. We can consider APEX-SERT as the security guard of our APEX application. What is this APEX-SERT? Actually, it's an APEX application that scan other APEX application, check for vulnerabilities by reading the metadata the other APEX application have, and based on the set of rules, giving the result. This rule is fulfilled, it's not an issue, this rule failed, and then we as developer have to find a way to fix that issue. The APEX-SERT, it's the first version of APEX-SERT. It's came in 2018, if I'm not wrong. But in 2025, Scott Spendolini published a blog post on his blog telling everyone that the new version of APEX-SERT is available. This new version of APEX-SERT can be used only with APEX starting with version 24. If you are still on APEX 23 or even older version, have a look at the blog post of Lino Schildenfeld. He took the original or the old version of APEX-SERT and did the changes so that it can be applied and used in every APEX version starting from APEX 19, if I'm not wrong, till 23. I forgot to mention that APEX-SERT it's an open source, so anyone can take it and have a look at the source, use it as they want. This is why Lino was able to take the old version and do the change and make it public for the community. So old version of APEX will work with the old version of APEX-SERT. But today we are talking about the APEX-SERT 24 version 24 that is working with the current version of APEX and will work with the future one as well. Some key feature of APEX-SERT. We can start APEX-SERT to do a background check of application metadata. We can repeat this scanning every time we want, anytime we want. APEX-SERT, it's doing a deep inspection of the PL/SQL code, JavaScript code, and SQL queries that it's our APEX application have in. And for every rule that it's checked, it comes a result, failed or pass. Beside the four vulnerability that I mentioned a couple of slides before, APEX-SERT is checking the settings of an application. It's checking the authorization. It's checking the session state protection. So every vulnerability it's been checked by the APEX-SERT. And how it is done this, we are going to see in a couple of minutes. To install APEX-SERT, you have a link here to GitHub. It's an open source, as I said. Go to GitHub, download it, read the installation manual, and install it. You have to read it because there are some dependencies, meaning you have to start the install in SQLCL. That's the only way you can install it. You need a specific version of Java, but that's related also for the SQLCL. You have to create first the user that can install the APEX-SERT. Everything you will find in the documentation, so read the manual first. After we successfully install the APEX-SERT, what we get in the database, there are two users that are specific to APEX-SERT. There are some tables specific to APEX-SERT, and being an APEX application, we have also a workspace that is dedicated to APEX-SERT. I advise you not to mix up these, just leave it separately because it's the own component. It's better to have it separately. Connecting to the APEX-SERT workspace show us what's there, and we will find there are three applications. It's the APEX-SERT, it's the APEX-SERT administration, and it's the CERT Guardian. Today we were going to look at the APEX-SERT administration and APEX-SERT. The CERT Guardian is not a topic for today. Being installed in the specific workspace, my advice is to give access to this workspace only to some dedicated user. Why? Because we have this APEX-SERT administration in this workspace. And this is the brain. What does that I mean with this brain? Well, it's the place where all the rules have been defined. If we are starting the application, we will see that we have all the risk that a web application might have are listed here, and the list has a link to an outside web where the top 10 OWASP project web application risks are described. If you are not familiar with OWASP, Open Web Application Security Risk, it's a project, an open source project that evaluates and publishes the top risk every web application have. This list has been changed. The first list, I think it has been released in 2017, and then it has been updated in 2021, and right now it's another list in 2025. Why? Because the security an application that runs in internet, it's changed. Hackers have different ideas. Applications have been built differently, so that list changed. The APEX-SERT administration has this list, and all the rules that are inside belongs to one of these risks. What else do we have in administration? We have category. Again, every rule belongs to a category. We have the criteria. Every rule has a criteria. We have severities. Every rule might have a low severity, a medium, or a high. The rules are put together in sets, and only one set is active at one moment. And we can add or remove rules from this set, and it's the set of rules. We can add other rules to this set. APEX-SERT comes with 100, probably 20, I can't remember the number exactly, rules. We can come and bring others. Each rule has a description, has a code behind, has a severity level, can be defined as active or inactive in a set. And based on these, when we are doing an evaluation, the result of the evaluation will be displayed on the screen. This is about the administration. So we have to install APEX-SERT. We can go and use the default set as it is in APEX-SERT, and with all the rules that are active here. Or if we don't want to use this set, we can define our own set, we can define our rules and make our own set that will be active. I repeat, a dedicated user should have access, only a couple of dedicated or part of dedicated user have to have access to the APEX-SERT administration application. How I'm doing the check as a developer? I don't have to go to the APEX-SERT workspace to start the APEX-SERT. APEX-SERT is available as extension in our APEX builder. So every user, that has access to the APEX builder can start the APEX-SERT from extension. It's selecting the application they want to scan. They select the security set, rule set that they want to scan. you can do the evaluation as a background process, and then while the evaluation is running in the background, you can do other stuff. You can work on other functionality, or you just wait till the evaluation ends. Sometimes it lasts, depends on how big the application is and how many elements the application has. Sometimes might last 1 minute or maybe even more of 1 minute. So it's up to you if you run it on background or you await. As soon as the scan and the evaluation is finished, we get the result with a number. And here it's written 83. 83 means the level of how secure the application is, the percentage to be more precisely. 83% secure, believe me, it's low. It's too low. And if we want to see which rules have failed, it's enough to select the evaluation, and we have a report with all the rules, with the status that pass and the rules that have failed. For every rule that failed, click on the name, and we see on which page, what happened, why failed, so a description of the rule. We have a possibility even to a tip how to fix it. We have a button that redirects us to the APEX page where this has to be fixed. This is not working very, very quick, but this is how it works. So we can fix on the spot in the application, but remember, after we fix the issue, to have this number 83 increase and to have the evaluation marked as the issue does not exist anymore, we have to redo the evaluation. So this is the process. Start evaluating, finding issue, go and fix the issues, maybe more, not just one at a time, and reevaluate the application. But what happens if we can't fix the issue? And I'm going to give you an example of the hidden items, for example. Hidden items, by default, when we are creating a hidden item on a page, the hidden item is automatically, the value in that hidden item is automatically protected. But if we want to change the value in that hidden item using JavaScript, we have to remove this protection. And if we are removing this protection, an evaluation of our application with APEX-SERT will give us a fail result for exactly this rule, the hidden item value protected. What can I do in this way, in this case? I can't set the protection. Obviously, I cannot because I'm using JavaScript. Well, in this case, I have the possibility to define an exception. We have here the button exception. Click on it and write the reason why the item cannot be protected, and what have I done still to make it secure. Escape the value, sanitize the value, do a validation, anything that I have done to make it still secure, I'm going to write there as exception. Now, I will notice that the rule has a different status right now. It's not fail, it's not pass, it is a pending. What does it mean, this pending? This pending means that exists an exception and someone has to review it. And it's someone else, not me. If I'm writing an exception, it will be of a security breach me to accept that exception. So it has to be a reviewer to come to see, aha, this is the reason, aha, this is how I make it clean, sanitized. Yes, the exception is ready to be accepted. So I'm going to reach out to my colleague, or I'm going to reach out to the product manager or team leader, someone else that has access to the application builder, and tell him, look, I have an exception, please check it and accept it or reject it. When the other person connects to the APEX builder and check the evaluation of my application, they will see exactly the exception that I defined. And of course, the status will be still pending. It's the status how it's set by defining the exception. And I, as a reviewer, have the possibility either to approve or to reject the exception. I can check a little bit more about the exception, but for me, it's interesting to see the reason. And as I said, I can approve or reject it. If I reject, it is expected to write the reason why I reject it. As soon as I approve this exception, I'm seeing another status that it's approved, and I can go to tell my colleague, well, I reviewed your exception and all is fine. Your application, it's ready to go. So this is the flow that has to happen all the time with evaluation. We as developer, we are scanning the application, we evaluate the finding, we remediate, we fix them, we define exception, we talk to our colleague and tell him or her, look at the exception, accept it or rejected it, that the other person is doing the verification, and then we do the rescan of the application. Why? What is the goal for all this flow or this process? Is to have the green light to roll out. That means an application, the result of evaluation should be 100, should be green, obviously, and only in this case the application is ready to be rolled out in production. Going through this process of scanning, rescanning, fixing, findings, reading rules, learning how to fix, understanding what a rule is doing, understanding why it's dangerous. It's actually a process of learning, and the whole team, the whole developers team learn from this process. We are learning how to fix issue, and most of the time after you have been working with APEX-SERT or doing evaluation with APEX-SERT for months or even years, you will know, or you will have already in your blood that you should not use bind variables. You should use bind variables when it's we are talking about string concatenation. We are avoiding substitution syntax. We have to escape special character either by setting the property or using code, Apex escape, or any other APIs that are available, defining whitelist or blacklist, or using DOM purify, whatever it's handy for us. If we are having items that goes from one page to another, sending the value in the URL, we know that we have to enable session state protection. If we are building programmatically an URL, we know that we have to use Apex util or Apex page get URL because these are generating the checksum. We know that we need to set authorization scheme everywhere, and it's not only dangerous to miss an authorization scheme, it's also it's dangerous to miss an authorization scheme. The APEX-SERT identifies also if you are not consistent, meaning we are setting authorization on the page, we are setting the authorization on a button, but the process that it started by that button has no authorization. And this is inconsistency that APEX-SERT detects. And it's dangerous because a misconception that we might have, or the young professional might have, is that something that we are not seeing does not exist. And this is wrong. It exists. The button is not visible for a specific user because he has no rights to see that button. But if the process is not protected, you can start the process from the console and damage is done. It's not the learning is not not coming only from using the APEX-SERT. We need to be up to date with what new feature in APEX it's bringing. And I'm going to give you a very short example, and I'm pretty sure that most of you have been seeing it already. In the old version of APEX, if we want to have in a report a conditional displaying of different items, we embedded the code in SQL source, in the SQL query. And doing this embedding, we need to leave the column unescaped. And this is a security issue. And at APEX-SERT, of course, find it. Developers write an exception, maybe escape the text, not maybe should escape the text if these are concatenated, but still there is an issue there. In new version of APEX, there are the template directives. Template directives gives us the option to have the SQL query clean. All the columns may remain escaped, and we define the conditional setting in the HTML expression using template directive. And this is the secure solution. And so it's good to go back to in our application to see how it was developed. It's good to check what exception we have defined 2 months last year, and maybe we don't need that part of code. Maybe Apex came with a new feature that gives us the possibility to create that feature in a secure mode without writing an exception. If our set of mindset is constructed or modeled in a way to think what the security implication our code is having. If we are not trusting the end user, and then we do put validation all over, we are sanitizing the value that an end user is typing in a text item. If we are doing a proper configuration for the Apex application, we are using bind variables, we are setting the session state protection, we are trying to keep the hidden items protected, then together with what Apex Builder has already built in, we can say that our applications are safe. And this is My last slide. I know that it was very fast. Thank you for staying with me. I put some links here with a blog post of Scott and the blog post of Lino if you want to go to check the old version of APEX-SERT. You have a link for the documentation, Oracle documentation about the application security. You have the link of the OWASP top 10 rules in 2025. And it's a bit more to read about, but it's a very good source. The CERN website has a long list of security principles for software development that takes you from the designing stage of an application till going through modeling, developing, and so on. And on every stage, it's clearly mentioned what should be taken into account, which is the principle we should follow to develop a secure application. Have a look at the CERN website. It's really a very good source to learn about it, and especially if you have colleagues, young professional colleagues that are learning right now, point them to this website. It's not only about APEX, of course, it's about web development and web application. It's a good source. If you want to learn more about the ACE program, you have also here some links. Check the website, check the blogs, follow them. If you need more info about how to become an ACE and what is on the website, it's not enough for you. Feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to give you more information. And right now, let's see if there are questions. It's just a thank you. Thank you.
No questions, but a message. Thank you message. So thanks, Mirela. Let me ask you, are you going to present this session in some conference this year? So how can we know where you will be to follow you?
Where I am, if you are following me on X and Blue Sky, you will know where I am. Exactly this presentation, I'm not sure I will give it. I'm going to be in May in two conferences. One is in Germany and one is in Slovenia, but none. Actually, exactly this presentation I did not submit it to any of these because I knew that I will do it online. And then I said, okay, if someone is interested, it's free of charge, right? To see it online. They don't have to pay for the conference to see it. It is here.
Wow. Okay. So pretty soon the session will be available on our YouTube channel. Thanks, Mirela. It was a great session. I'm sure our community will use your tips, your guidelines for the development and to make sure maintain the application APEX application secure. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for joining us. And see you soon in our next session.
Thank you everyone for staying with me. Thank you, Karina, for inviting me. And it was a pleasure to be with you today here. Have a good day, good evening, what's on your side of the world. And hopefully we will see each other one day in one of the places, in one of the conferences. Please reach out to me if you find me somewhere. It will be much easier you to find me than me to find you.
Yeah, sure. And we are going to plan another session with you, Mirela, pretty soon this year.
Okay.
Okay. So thanks a lot.
Okay,
Thank
we'll
you.
Be in touch. Thank
Take
you.
Care.
Thank
Have
you.
A nice
Bye.
Day. Bye bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.